What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So before we go into the ward, we're actually going to be working our way backwards, and we want to get back over to where we fought Papa Guac. Now you're probably wondering why we don't just use the lantern and teleport over there, and it's because there's a fight actively happening, and so that area is marked as off limits, and so we have to get on over there the old-fashioned way. This is a hell of a lot quicker than actually, you know, running from how we got to Gascon in the first place. Make our way over here. Where is he at? There he is. And she should be right around here. I mean, well, point is we need to kill this guy, but we can do it with Eileen's help. I don't see her. She should be somewhere around here. There she is. Okay. So Eileen will really shred this dude. And with her, you'll be able to kill him without issue at all. The only thing to be careful with here is don't hit Eileen too much. Like, I've probably already hit her too much. Because if you hit Eileen too much, she'll turn on you. And we don't want that. I feel like I hit her a lot, but it still worked out.
That what you have? You must have. He was falling, but tried. Oh, leave.
So we get a new emote from her. It says thanks for the help. We get an air rune.
Tried. Leave.
And then we can head on back, and we can pick up his set now. Now her quest in particular is actually going to get us one of those final runes, the Covenant rune, and one that's really good. It actually boosts the regen of our stamina by 10%, I believe. So just a really nice pickup rune. But we want to hop over and never mind. I think it's insight. Is it insight armor? It's probably insight armor. Yes, there it is. Okay. So Henryk's garb, we need a couple more insight. We need 6 in total, so we'll just, I think we're at 2. 4 of these. You don't need to grab every armor for achievements or anything, but this set in particular has very high bolt resist. So that's kind of our bolt set. The Ashen one we grabbed is our frenzy set. The Charred Hunter is like our fire set. And then Gascon, this is like a good poison set. And then before we head on out, so we don't have enough to fortify that, instead we're going to take our Flame Sprayer and we're going to bump that up to +4, which will be helpful for us. You know what? We can also just check, see if we got... Oh, nothing there. Okay. And we are good to proceed, I believe. I want to say it takes more than 6,000 to level up, but I'll take a look real fast.
Very well.
Yes.
Farewell.
Alright, back to the Cathedral Ward. We're going to be working our way through the back of this area, opening up a gate, and then eventually making our way up to the boss. So we want to go straight out first. Now, as for how much you're going to kill, you can kill as much or as little as you want here. Oh, there, big guy. Do not die to the Bagman yet. For all that is holy, do not die to the Bagman yet. Oh my goodness, I almost just died to the Bagman. That would have been really bad. have me sweating. The vials. There's a crow over here, right? I'm gonna use this crow to get back some health. Okay. Make our way on up. We're going to be making our way down, but we'll still go up here first, and we'll work our way down from behind. Save him for a second. First, we'll take down this guy. Alright, so those are most of those guys. Now we can focus on Big Man. Honestly, it's kind of tricky to fight him right here. If I can get him to come down, unfortunately he doesn't path that fast. But you can see he's kind of like just stuck. You don't need to kill this guy either. It's just... For me at least, I can't just leave giant enemies like this up. And he's in a really weird spot. He like got, you know what, fuck it. He got himself stuck up there, we're just gonna ignore him. So head on over here, hit this to open the gate. I said there was something back by the tree. Yes, there was. Bit cold blood. Let's see. What about you? More thick cold blood. Oh no, he actually made it out. Okay, we'll kill him now properly. $229. Let's see how much my L2 combos are getting. I think there's more stagger on them. I'll be getting that thing later, so don't worry about it for now. And in this area, there's more big dudes, and there's a couple loots on the ground, so we're just going to be kind of weaving around, picking up all of our goodies and fighting the big guys. As you can see, just kind of walking behind them for the most part, they're not going to be able to do much. It's just we had some unfortunate luck with that one guy where we were stuck fighting him in just a really awkward spot. Alright, let's go around and get all of these goodies. Right, we're gonna go, yeah, we'll do this real fast. I did have this later in my notes, but we'll swing down and show it right now. Oh god, no. Hang on. There we go. These guys are super weak to thrust. Kill him. Kill him. This. Head on over this way. These. I'm gonna head over this way to get some loots. Blood and antidote. So if you continue all the way down here, at the bottom it'll ask you for a password. We need to kill the boss here before we get that password. So for now, just ignore everything else that's down this path. We're actually going to be going to a whole different zone before we even do that, but this is the path to the Forbidden Woods, so just keep that in mind. Instead, we are going to go over this way. And we'll hit this. And this is the 10,000 Blood Echo Gate that the game wanted us to pay to open up. The thing is, you would have still had to fight enemies to get over here. So you may remember that's the very first big white cloaked guy that we ever fought. Right over there is the bridge that leads back over to the cathedral. So if you respawn at the cathedral, you just take a left instead of going straight, and it'll bring you right back on over to here. Alright, let's see, grab this real quick. And then proceed along path till split. Kill that guy and get his loots. Right. Now here we have two NPCs. This is the prostitute. Just keep talking to her. And then tell her the chapel. This is very, very important. There are 3 chords that we need to get. So to add some more context into what I'm talking about here. There are 4 of these. Do not use them yet, no matter what you do. But there are 4 1/3s in the game. You need 3 1/3s to get the final boss and the hidden ending. She has one of the 1/3s. You can basically, you can miss one, but one of the ones that we can get, we're going to be killing that NPC to get us a useful rune. And so we're going to be sacrificing that and leaving us with 3 choices for the 1/3s, hers being one of them. Now this guy, on the other hand, this guy doesn't really do anything. He's just an asshole. But he will go the opposite of where you tell him to go. So there are 2 things we can do here. Either we can tell him to go to the clinic and he'll end up at the chapel and we don't really get anything out of him anyway. Or you can tell him to go to the chapel, instead he'll go to the clinic, and then we can pick up a vial of Yusufka's blood and some items. Personally, I would recommend doing it that way. Tell him of the chapel and send him to the clinic, because there's nothing that we get for him showing up at our place. He basically just shows up and he's like, yeah, I ended up here anyway, asshole. I went the opposite of where you told me, and he just kind of like holds it over you and acts like a dick the whole time. So anyway, as we continue here, there's gonna be some baddies and an ambush waiting for us. 2 more ahead, ambush on the left, and then 2 different loots and an armor set to grab. Just kind of... That's the Black Church set. My only regret with this weapon is that the R1s and the L2s don't weave in as easy as I would hope. Poison knives. Keep the fog here, it makes it like impossible to see anything. And I think that's good. Ambush left, and loot, 2 loots and an armor set. We got the armor set. Pick up both loots? I think we did. Alright, so up ahead there's a couple different enemies and a beast and a gunner. So a bunch of different things that we're going to be fighting. The best things you can do is just trying to run on over to here. And then just make sure you have a pillar protecting you. These enemies aren't coming. Come on. Cold blood. Grab that. Grab that. I thought there was another beast man right here. It might have been that that was the beast we just fought, and he just happened to be patrolling, and that's why we killed him. So I had that there would be more, but I'm not seeing anything else, and I'm not seeing this loot that I wrote down was supposedly here, so that may have been a drop off a corpse. But anyway, after them, we got the cold blood after the gunner. We're gonna take the ladder up for some bullets on the roof, and then we're gonna drop on down. Oh, here's the whole gang. I'm sitting here like, God, I know there's more enemies. I wrote down that there were so many more enemies in the notes. They were all over here. I was like, I know I'm not crazy. I swear. I swear there's enemies. Alright, so up top. We got bullets waiting up top, and then some goodies. Alright. A watchman of Byrgenwerth guards the gate with a password, the sacred adage of the great cathedral. Basically telling us to go kill the boss and we'll get the password. Drop and drop, and here's that loot we saw earlier. Some bullets. Alright. We already did the path that had the sucker and the twin shards and the crows. We got the antidote, we flipped around. And I think we're good. Let me just check what our... we do not have enough to... Wait, actually, isn't it 358? I may have enough to upgrade this all the way. Well, we should be fine without upgrading it again anyway. But so continue up, there's going to be 2 cross enemies, these guys. Let's take them out. This is why we got our stamina up to 20. We can really take advantage. Because a weapon like this... honestly, the biggest thing is when you use something like Ludwig's, you need enough stamina to really throw it around and take advantage of the stun lock potential of it. So it does a great job. So this next boss is Vicar Amelia. She is weak to fire and serrated damage. You can do the oil Molotov strategy like we did with the cleric beast, but it's not going to be as effective here, not by a long shot. Instead, fire paper on your main weapon works really well. But one thing that I would recommend doing is if you have leveled up the flame sprayer like we have, get it up to about +4, you can do the flame sprayer strat, which works very, very well. And that is going to, we'll just set up some stuff here. That's going to involve using a bone marrow ash. And what we'll do is we will pop a bone marrow ash. That's loaded. And then when we hit left trigger and we hold it down, all of the fire spray that comes out is going to be buffed. And this will absolutely cook the boss. Like, you're just going to stand there and you're going to melt her if you do this. But it's a little bit tricky because you have to, like, get behind her, you know, just position yourself just right so that she's just kind of wailing and she's on fire. If that's not working out for you, the backup strategy, of course, is to pop fire paper and just beat on her with your weapon. This should do fine, but the fact that this is serrated, it will have bonus damage. If this is 3 and this is 5, I'd probably still use Ludwig's for the extra stun lock. But either way, that about covers this fight. So there's really not much to this. Pop open the door, head on in, and cook her. It'll take longer to open the damn door than it is to fight the boss. I think my thing wore off. Yeah, it did. You can see just how much damage this is doing. And all we're really doing is just like getting behind her and then using our flamethrower. If you give her too much space, she'll start healing, which is what you see happening right now. We could get a visceral because we got her stunned, but it doesn't matter. She's got that anyway. We're just gonna kill her at this point. Another fight that is typically really chaotic, but if you know what you're doing, really becomes a lot easier. So after that's done, go ahead and smash it, pop that. And we're going to go ahead and use these while we're here too. Level up a bunch. So go on over here, and this is going to shift the world from day to dark. Basically just nighttime makes darkness fall, so it'll be a lot darker outside. But for now, hit this, and we're going to go on back to the Hunter's Dream, and we are going to level on up. I'm gonna check. I think, I don't know, I might be able to do my weapon, I'm not sure. No, I need 8. Because you're at +5, so I could level up you again. But I'm short for this. That's fine. That's more than sufficient. So taking a look at the new ones, this is attack versus beasts up. So nice little boost there, 12.6. More than likely, I'll actually put that into here. Make this like an anti-beast weapon. Ooh, and that's a 7.3. That might be. Yes, where's that? So yeah, there we go. Put the 7.3 in. And I don't think. Yes. So these crap ones, you can go ahead and just sell those if you want. Which we are going to actually do that while we're here. Might as well repair just to make sure everything is in tip-top condition. Yeah, the crap blood gems, there's really no reason. That's honestly probably the one thing that I like outright think was done poorly with Bloodborne. I feel like you should be able to combine these Diablo style, like, oh, I have 3.7s, let me combine them and turn them into a, 0.14 or something. Because there's no reason for me to ever have these. I'm not going to do anything with them. It's not bad. The thrust 7.2 is not terrible, but like blood 1.8, never going to use that. This is actually decent fire. Physical attack and slow poison. I don't have any of the triangles, so I'll hang on to it. But let's go on over here and level up.
Welcome. What is very well.
Pushing it almost up to 18. So now that Amelia's dead, right here we get the Eye of the Blood Drunk Hunter, and this will let us go to the DLC. So just to show that real fast, we're gonna hop on over. Well, actually, we'll go to the sick room first, since we sent what's his face there. We'll go over to the sick room and we'll get some goodies for that. We're gonna be heading to the Hypogean Gaol in the next part. She'll be like, "Oh, thank you for sending him."
Oh, hello. He's the treat. Here you are.
That's some numbing mist out of it.
Goodness be a dear. There may, if you answer.
So yeah, you basically get rewards depending on who you send. Those are the rewards for sending the suspicious man, which, like I said, wouldn't have gotten anything for sending him to the clinic or the chapel anyway. Alright, so back to the Cathedral Ward. Make sure you have your church attire on you. This is the prostitute that we saved. Just go on and talk to her. You're gonna get curtsy for it, and she's gonna give you some blood. Which her blood's pretty good. I like it better than Yusufka's. I think, let me check. I want to say hers is the one that has the heal over time effect. Oh no, hers is the stamina recovery, so health and stamina recovery. Super useful. But don't get too used to it. You start taking too much of it and things will go bad. This is the old woman that we originally talked to with the little girl. She is slowly getting crazier and crazier, and soon enough she'll be giving us sedatives. And then if you did send the suspicious man here, he'll just be chilling over here and basically just bitching about you. Doesn't do much else. So anyway, for this next zone, we need to go to prison. Now, how close was I to a level? Because oh, I guess I don't lose echoes anyway when this happens. But we need to die to a baghead. So let's get over. I'm just gonna piss him off real fast. Bad guys, snatchers, couple different things for him. But when you die to this guy for the first time, notice we wake up somewhere new. Remember the first time this ever happened to me, I lost my shit. I was like, where am I? I don't know where I'm at. I don't like it. Bad things are happening, and I do not like this place. But basically, he throws you in his bag, and he drags you on over to this place. You're in jail. So now we gotta break out of jail. Which is going to be pretty easy, actually. We're going to be getting y'all to a warp, so you can leave this place and come back as you will, but that will be in the next episode, so stay tuned. And for those of you that were already kidnapped and wondering how the hell to get out of here, well, you're in luck, because in the next episode we're going to be covering the jail, so stay tuned, and I will catch you all then.